The Sonic fanbase has a problem. No, it's not that one, or that one. It's a problem with it. Toxic positivity is a phrase I'm sure many of you have heard. But for those of us in the back lucky enough to have never engaged in Sonic discussion, toxic positivity is when a Sonic fan decides that criticism of their favorite blue blurb is not allowed, and they go out of their way to harass someone for being negative. With the lead up to Frontiers being the largest example of this we've had in recent memory. Arguments rose day by day with every new bit of footage we got, as Frontiers was on the Twitter trending tab for 5 months every day before the game even released. Now that's pretty crazy. But you know what else is pretty crazy? We're only 250 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. So it'd be really cool if you press that button so we get closer and closer to that goal. But not to waste any more of your time, back to the video. Now that you know what toxic positivity is, the question really does come up. How bad is it in reality? Well, as I'm sure many of you have seen by the countless threads, arguments, and videos on the topic, it's gotten pretty bad recently. It's become a more prevalent problem, most likely due to the increase of new Sonic fans, and more people than ever being pessimistic at the state of Sonic after Forces, Colors Ultimate, and Origins, which I really can't blame them for, to be honest. Not everyone is happy with the state of the Sonic franchise right now, and that's totally understandable, yet that is why toxic positivity is happening. People are voicing their concerns and getting called out for it, and that can feel pretty frustrating. I don't support toxic positivity, and I do agree that it is a problem with the fanbase right now. For instance, quite recently, Sonic fans used the pop-in in the new Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, to excuse the pop-in in Sonic Frontiers, claiming that it's okay, even though Sonic Frontiers on Switch suffered from massive pop-in and low texture quality. But hey, it ran at a consistent 30 FPS, which is more than some other companies these days. Other examples of toxic positivity come from someone even daring to say that the new Sonic game doesn't look that great, and they instantly hit with aggressive replies and ratios of someone with the opposing opinion. Nobody should ever have to experience this after voicing a well-reasoned and justified complaint about a product that's being sold for full price. They want Sonic to succeed as much as we do, they just think we could be doing better right now. Toxic positivity is clearly a huge issue, and I can't understate that enough. But the point I want to get across here is that there's another side to this that usually gets ignored. Toxic negativity may be less prevalent than toxic positivity, but it's still a huge part of Sonic discussion right now. The prime example that I've already spoken about is a disdain for Sonic Forces and anyone who dares to say they enjoyed that game. Now, I'm one of those people who can get enjoyment out of Sonic Forces, and I've seen it all at this point. There are people legitimately getting harassed for enjoying a video game. And the let people enjoy things defense has been reduced to nothing more than a joke at this point. Let people enjoy things is a statement that I agree with, unless the person enjoying said things is going out of their way to deny and attack people for criticizing the product. If somebody wants to enjoy Sonic Forces and they aren't bothering you, let them do so. Another less prevalent example is again during the lead up to Frontiers. On the other side, if you said that you were excited for Frontiers without going after anyone with that opinion, you could be flooded with people telling you why the game looks awful and shouldn't be worth $60, or $80 if you're a based Canadian, and why you shouldn't look forward to the game. I have to make it clear that this is a rare case, and not everyone is guilty of this, not even close, but it's still an issue regardless. No matter what side you're on, no matter what you have to say, and no matter how valid your criticism is, this could very well happen to you. That's just the state we're in right now, and this constantly gets glossed aside, as toxic positivity is called out way more. I think that both sides to this are just as bad, and should both be called out. And that's why I propose we stop calling it just toxic positivity our biggest problem, and just call it toxicity in general. This is much more accurate to what people are actually experiencing on a daily basis, and will get rid of the bias that toxic positivity is really the only problem we have right now, because that's never been the case. Even recently, I've seen a resurgence in Forces praise on my timeline, which, very based, I do approve, but people have just been saying, oh my god, people are enjoying Forces? How could this be? I think Forces sucks, and no one should enjoy it. Essentially trying to shut down all the praise the game could receive. Now I get if you didn't enjoy Forces, but why stop other people from liking it if they're not bothering you at all? And on the other hand, why harass other people for not liking a game that you enjoyed when you yourself enjoyed it? It's your opinion on the game, and only you can have that opinion. You don't have to force other people to have it as well. At the end of the day, this really doesn't make any sense at all. We should just let people enjoy things, for lack of a better term. Or let people not enjoy things. Whatever it may be, we should just stop harassing each other and live happily ever after. Geez, that might have been the corniest thing I've ever said on camera. Well, that's it for me, Davron, signing off.